I don't have to do all of the heavy lifting that you two do. Is it very, I mean, do they put you through training and everything? What's that like?
Oh
Yeah.
yes, yes. We definitely went through training. Um, it was, Scarlett was like this, quick. She's flipping. She's doing this. She has a gymnastics background. I was like, okay, well, I better get on point here. But it was a lot of training, and it was so fun to try to become a super lucha.
Yeah, it was super awesome. The training experience was super cool and something that I've always wanted to do. So that was really cool. And, JR had his wrestling experience, from high school or whatever.
No
So,
big deal.
Did you get a say in what the costumes looked like?
I mean, the costume people were super amazing because they were very, inclusive. They asked for opinion on lots of things whenever there was like an option. They'd be like, how do you feel about this? Or what if we added this? Or would you feel better if we did this? They were really, really awesome. But, they came up with the main idea on the suit and they turned out amazing.
And I was already with you too, JR, or no?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it was, I mean, for me, I was kind of just like so happy to be here, and I was like, I completely trusted everyone around me, all the departments, and for the suit, it was just so meticulous the way they did it, and the measurements and everything. I mean, they measured from my eyes, from each eye to each eye, I mean, everything has to be measured. And that was an amazing process to witness, and like Scarlett said, they were nice enough to ask us our opinions and how we felt about stuff, and, to make sure we felt strong and confident in it.
Is it weird though, working in a mask?
It's something you definitely have to get used to. I mean, it's something that's like definitely new. I mean, because when you wear a mask, it's like, since it has like the eye holes or whatever, you can't see directly below you.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't see your feet. So it's something that you definitely have to get used to, but it's not that bad.
It's not
Kind of
that
cool.
bad.
Well, honestly, I had it easy compared to Scar because I could take mine off. I could take mine off. Scar, she couldn't take hers off. She had to stay in because of the look, so
Right.
extravagant and so ultraviolet that I would always feel so bad for her, and I'd be like, oopsie, and I just take mine off, and I'd be like, I can breathe. But
You're
what
so
you said about the
mean.
eye holes, what you said about the eyes is so true. Like sometimes, you had to know where your mark was because you're not gonna see it. You can just see here. So that was a little challenge, but
What is this series saying about social media?
I think one of the main things that they're trying to get across is social media isn't everything. I mean, there's definitely so much more to life than just social media. You don't always need to be on it, and you're not going to miss out if you don't go on it for a little bit, all that stuff. And I think that's one of the main things that they're trying to get across, because my character, Violet, she definitely wants to, incorporate social media and the fact that she's a superhero and posts all about it. But I think she definitely realizes, later that she doesn't really need to do that. And that's not very necessary.
Do you think it'll resonate with audiences? Do you think they'll say, maybe we should put it away?
I think for sure it conveys that message in a way that people might really understand it. And it's not directly saying, don't go on social media. It's not saying that at all. It's just saying, social media isn't always positive. It can be negative in some ways. And I think people might be like, be able to take it in and be like, okay, maybe I don't need to post all the time, or maybe I could just live in the moment instead of being on social media all the time.
When the brother sings the song, what was that like? Because to
that's
me,
so
it was
great.
like,
Oh man.
I mean, it was so sweet because when we were filming it, it was crazy because we filmed it at a separate time. So Brandon wasn't actually there performing. They're just, using playback. And they're like, you guys just sit there and smile. And then they played the song. And, me, Mariana, Juan, and Zelia, we all literally started tearing up. And they're like, oh, okay, wow. So like, it was a genuine reaction to that song. I mean, it's so sweet. And obviously I have such a strong connection with Brandon that it made it even more special. So that was such a cute song.
are you two fans of luchadors, or is that like, no, I'm really not introduced to this world?
Oh yeah. I mean, I grew up, for Mexican Americans or in Mexico, especially, I mean, it's like, about lucha libre and how incredible it is. So I definitely was aware and of all the different luchadores. And then in the WWE, when they, bringing in Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio and, the Mysterio family, now his son is bringing in, the family is doing it. I mean, I absolutely was aware, and these acrobatic moves they did, it's just incredible. The spectacle of it. I was like, it's so fun to watch.
And you too?
I mean, for me, it was kind of different because, obviously my dad's side of the family, we are Cuban, so we have this culture. But for me, it was kind of different because obviously I was aware of what they were and all this stuff, but I didn't know. I definitely got educated as being a part of this show on what they're truly about. Like, I learned a lot about lucha, because to be a luchador means to fight, but also to struggle. And that's something that I didn't know before. And, I really learned a lot from this show and got, definitely more educated with the whole luchador thing than I was before.
Here's your opportunity. You're going to educate the world.
Yeah, I mean,
don't screw it up.
I know. I'm trying. Trust me.
We're trying.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.